Hey guys, it's later. This is literally not even a minute after I ended the previous recording, but you're going to be seeing this a day or three later. Unless you're binge watching the archives, in which case, hello binge watchers, why are you watching this series? Anyway, this is just error code 512 initialization failure, which is one of my favorite concepts I've ever come up with. If the concept isn't clear enough, every other tile is a floor tile in a checkerboard. Every other tile. I don't know why nobody seems to like this. You're picking up chips. Everybody loves doing that. You're moving blocks. There's a really, like, unique aesthetic that I've never seen anyone else do. On the large scale. I've seen it done small scale. I've done it myself on the small scale. But, like, seriously, like, ice has been done. Josh had built, what is it, Aurora Chocorialis, which is literally just an entire level of ice in this pattern. This section's why my time on this level has a decent bit of room for improvement. Like, it's hard. It's really hard. But it's like, how can you not like this? The aesthetic, it's so good. The gameplay is pretty solid, too. And I know it looks like I cheated here with the tank position, but no, trust me, the tank is, like, it does start on the right position. It just moves. Both of those tanks move from their starting positions. Okay, I do have to take that recessed wall. I'm greatly amused by the fact that I went and specifically did something harder to execute there that was slower. Sorry, I've got blockbusters on the brain. Very recently, I went and scored bold on both of them. So I'm not going to bother doing that the Lynx compatible way. I'm just going to nail myself across because I can do that. Like, I'm not playing in Lynx. I'm not going to pretend I'm playing in Lynx. Sometimes I'll do that when playing levels for the first time, which I think is a pretty solid way of doing things. It makes sure you generally don't miss out on, what do you call it? Oh yeah, here's a partial post. Because of course there's a partial post in this level. Tyler, are you proud yet? And I just cooked it! I just cooked it! uh, Maybe that's why people don't like it. But I don't mind having to play this again. I like this level. I like this level quite a bit. And, like, you can see that even within that restriction of I'm going to build a checkerboard, and I'm going to stick to that checkerboard, I worked some pretty solid variety in ideas into this level. You got some blocks, you've got some mazes, you've got a couple monster bits. Like, it's just an all-around good level, and I don't know why it's not very appreciated. Can I get any of that yet? I don't think so. Alright, let's not screw up the block pushing part this time. Oh, that is so dumb. In a good way. Like, that's dumb in a good way, because I did something dumb. Wait, no. I get the red key next, because I hit the tank. Which Just straight up this way. Then I get to go down and back through that red key door. So I wish I could say this is where... This is where the set starts getting hard, but it doesn't yet. I am annoyed at myself for that mistake. That was not a mistake that should have happened. Well, at least you get to see how careful I was to make sure everything stuck to the aesthetic. Again. You get to see me try and boost. Again. Okay, that is something else I need to work on in my commentary. If I'm redoing something, and I'm just like mindlessly redoing it, I need to be able to just keep talking. I'm not annoyed at myself for cutting myself off at the failure. I feel like that was an appropriate thing. Like, this brain short circuit kind of deal. But I could see that getting kind of annoying if it happens frequently. Anyway, we got the red key again. Let's not mess up with the blocks. Like, this is all I was trying to do. That is it. Okay, so let's partial post, because partial posting is cool. Wait, do I even need that block for anything? I don't think I even need that block for anything. I don't. I hope that was audible. That was a facepalm. So this is Subverted Expectations. This is a weird one. I'm not 100% sure what I was thinking with it. I think I'm actually screwed at this point. Wait, no, this should work. So that path should work. So I'm going to go off and do the maze and listen for explosions. I didn't hear a fourth explosion. That means I probably goofed it. Which is unfortunate, because that means I'll have to do this maze again. So this is literally just Vanishing Act at this point. And now... bomb. So let's try using that point instead. So let's just try and trace what all of these fireballs will do. This one will be here when this one's here. It'll go down and go up here like so. This one will end up passing by. So this one on the right and this one are the two I need to worry about a collision on. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to put it here at 12 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this should work. Here goes. 1 explosion. 2, 3, 4. So that is a solution to that first room. That first room is surprisingly tricky, actually. I'm surprised I put this level as early as I did. It's not that I put the level early, though. It's just that I could have put it later. Like, we are 65 levels in, and there hasn't really been anything all that tricky yet. Now, to be fair, I am a veteran player of this game. Like, there is no doubting that. But there is a difference between claiming the levels get hard because I'm bad at when I build them, and the levels actually being hard. So this is a tricky little puzzle. I will admit that. I think I need to use this block. I can fill in this water. That gives me access to all of this. That one can go here, then this one can go here. Okay, I think I've got it. Okay, this isn't that tricky. It's just, haha, here's a path, let's throw some blocks down. Oh, it's solvable. We're good. That was the level of standard I held myself to when I was building this set. There was no thinking to try to make it a little bit more complicated. I didn't do that. I do that now. Like, levels are taking me longer to design because I'm putting more thought into them. Which, there's some upsides to that, there's some downsides to that. Like I said in the first episode, I banged out this set in about 4 months. There are 149 levels in this set. That is fast designing. Alright, I don't even need the fire boots. I can just... whee! It's fast designing, no matter how you look at it, for any level of quality. Ultimate Chip 6, there's 60 levels in there, and that took me over a year. Then again, like, the set that I have as a work in progress is at 113 levels right now, I think. And that's been 6-month process so far. Anyway, here's Stained Glass Piñata Party. Which, this is one of those levels that I'm a little sad didn't do well. I know I keep saying sad. This is a very melancholy episode. Like, it's just... how often do you just get to go key crazy right here? There's chips in this ridiculous pile of locks. And optimizing this was a lot of fun, too. I am 1 second, and by that I mean 2 moves, off of the bold, because JB somehow found more after I found a second over what he had. Somehow. Now this is going to be a little tangential at this point, but... JB, I know you're probably going to watch this. It can be really demotivating when there's some set that comes out, and then it's like, oh, here's a crap load of incredible scores. Oh, and then, like, by the time it's done, it's like, okay, well, now there's only just minor things to find at this point for everyone else to find. Like, it just sucks a lot of the fun out of it. And I think that's part of why CCLP4 has received so much less attention than other sets. Yeah, some of that is just community activity, as sad as that is. But some of that is also, without a doubt, just... that was dumb. Just what there is for the community to find. And that, what there is, has been decreasing. Okay, this is Rhinestone, and I do not remember what to do with this level at all. It's a monster manipulation puzzle. It's a 9x9 monster manipulation puzzle, but I'm just trying to think it through. Oh yeah, and just to continue my prior thought, and even if something is found over what was reported, the fact that it just either is immediately matched in usually less time or surpassed, just it doesn't feel good. Maybe that's just me, but I don't think I feel alone in that regard. Like, it's fun going for a steady target, but it's more fun to be able to actually compete rather than just, hey, here's a perfect score. Do whatever with it. If that makes any sense. I'm just trying to remember how to do this level. I mean, I don't want to just resort to hitting tab, because that sounds really cheap. So I'm going to need a block here and a block here. Am I? Oh. That's the thing I like about monster manipulation puzzles, when you don't have to have it all preset and you can move the block as you go. So I am actually going to show the 5-second bold route, which is going to be basically that. Yeah. Yeah, that's Rhinestone. Super basic level. So just because I can, down here just shows you what was the originally intended solution to the level. This is the state that originally I wanted you to get it into. Though I don't even remember how. Actually, how would you even get the block to that position on the left? Oh wait, no, I see it. I see it. I'm gonna restart just so I can do that. So you'd put one here. You put another one here. And then you just do that. That's how that would work. So this is cloning complications. This is... I don't like this one anymore. I really don't. So I'd played through CCLP3, right? Or had been. And I noticed the one arrangement in suspended animation allowed this. Just literally this. That's it.
Bummer.
Just leaving that chip behind. And I don't even know what to do with this level at this point.
Bummer.
Like, what am I supposed to do? This is not a good level. Unless... Okay, so red key, but then... Can I?
Bummer.
I timed that wrong. Okay, let's do this right. Cool. And as you can see, like, even the suspended animation trick, I messed it up, because I'm... And then there's this garbage.
Bummer.
Like, look at that garbage.
Bummer.
Like, the simple fact that I can just skip what I'm trying to show off there is just sad, to say the least. So this level is better with boosting than in links, but it's pretty bad in both. Because, hey, if you didn't like going through this path, too bad, you go through this path twice. And then with skates, I have block, and with this block, I can do... what? Oh wait, no, this is what I can do. Teleport, and then just random exit. I do not like that level. I don't. It does not age well. So Battle of the Bamboo Grove, on the other hand, this is a level that I think did age very well. Now, you may think, hey, wait, didn't you already make a level like this? Like, didn't you already play Predator versus Prey? And you'd be right, I did. But this is a little different. This is a Toho reference. And there are force floors involved. And the force floors do very much change how the level plays. Oh yeah, and there's a blue wall maze with force floors. Because that's everybody's favorite combo. Now, like, this is actually a pretty fun section. Oops, that's not where I meant to override. It's like, as good as I am, I'm not perfect at overrides. And I do know my past self, not as well as my present self, but I do know that I wouldn't create a unreturnable trap. And one thing I do like, even back then, I was creating some arbitrary nails in this kind of section. Like, that's something I have done pretty recently. I'm just not even going to bother not backwards boosting. Oh, that was very generous. Okay, so the teeth are all over there. Let's make a break for the exit. Yeah. Not a difficult level at all, but it's a fun one. Oh, Suburban Legend. Okay, this is a mistaken placement. This is not as hard as a level 70 should be, but this is, without a doubt, I think, one of my most triumphant designs. Like, this made JB's list of levels he wanted to see in CCLP4. Just because of the just the matrix design and how everything does something just a little bit different with it. And I agree, honestly. This is one of my favorite levels that I have ever designed. That being said, it is not, by any stretch, as hard as its placement would imply. I do like how there's two distinct item swapping chains. I was very careful with that. And you can even skip the red key requirement and just break out of that and do whatever. Which is pretty cool if you ask me. And I forgot to partial post before burning all my blocks. Oops. So basically the only difference is I would partial post. So this time I'm going to do it with the red key skip. The rest of the level plays out pretty much the same. So we're going to take this block, we're going to partial post. Don't have any boots yet, so I can do that. Just because I can and I want to stop the noise. So I am going to take the same block and I'm going to bring it up through this recessed wall again to give me access. It's like, it's a very simple item swapper, but it's a good one. Like, I have nothing against item swapping. Then again, item swapping as a gameplay vessel is not exactly the most, what's the word? Engaging on its own, so it really does need something else to go along with it. And in this case, I do think the aesthetic carries it, and I do think this extra step over here of I just cloned a teeth. So we'll be seeing it arrive shortly, I think. Yeah. Oops. And that gives me a blue key, which gives me my final. Yeah, 357. Meh. So blocked in is pick your favorite color, remember, save it for last. This is meh. Like a meh level. Like, I don't remember what I was going for, but here we are with a level where you just shuffle blocks around a bit. One at a time. So when does the complexity ramp up? That's what I'm wondering. Does the complexity ramp up? Oh, I'm probably screwed. I'm screwed. Fine, we'll pick yellow because that's the obvious start. Yeah, see, this isn't a very good level. Just because you can do that. I'm going to make the blue for blue trade. Now, I do know I have tested this to make sure no matter what you pick at the start, it's possible. But that doesn't mean that having to be careful with what you pick is a good mechanic. Um, so that is going to be a red for red. I'm going to take this red one here and get the yellow. And then with that new yellow, I can go over here and get this red. Yeah, the one thing I think this level has going for it is, well, idea. That's the thing, I guess. Because I did mention how my level creation rate has slowed down a lot, right? But some of that is because I'm just trying to make new ideas and do new things. And as many possibilities as Chip's Challenge allows, it's hard to deny that the amount of combinations and arrangements, just distinct feeling things, that is running low. And I do get why people want CC2 to just take over. Like, I really do, but I can't agree. Just like some of it is, yeah, there's the heritage of CC1. You don't want to abandon it and just leave it behind. But at the same time, you also there needs to be moving forward. But CC2 just it's not there yet. So we're in this awkward stage in the middle where CC1 is diminishing both in what you can do and how much people care. And CC2 is just it's not at the point where it can really do what people need or want it to do yet. The Architect's Editor helps with that, but it's a beta. It doesn't really work fully yet. When it does, maybe then CC2 will be where it needs to be, but until then... This is just an awkward middle ground state. I'm just gonna assume this is where I'm supposed to go. Yeah, hidden under a block, of course it is. Anyway, that was Minefield. It's an okay level. There's really nothing special there. And I'll play Throw Me a Bone. This is meant to be a level inspired by Joshua Bone's design style. Oh wait, no, I don't do all that yet. So we'll clone one block first, and I'll go up here. Do I even need to? Now, I tried channeling Joshua Bone, but I can't. Like, his style is... It's very distinct. Again, this was based more on CCLP3 than anything else. Which does have some of the rooms. just lay it out certain ways. And I love slide delay. And then this is just a mean trap at the end of the level. Like, it's just a mean trap. There's no other way to put it. Okay, so I would stop here, but Ponzi Scheme
Bummer.
is worth playing for being a pretty bad level. This is it. This is literally it. So as soon as I escape that middle section, there's nothing else difficult in the whole thing. Oh. I guess I'm wrong. And now we just run around another square. This is it. Like, this is the whole level. This is literally it. This level is one of those that has no reason to exist. This is the kind of thing where it's like, yeah, I don't reject levels. This is the kind of thing that most people would. And that's another reason why I've kind of slowed down designing. Because if I start down that path, I just don't finish down that path. Or I change it up a lot and don't end up with that kind of level anymore. So I'll continue in the next video with Postmodern Temple, which is what I think a pretty cool design based around one core aesthetic that I did have to break
Bummer.
for the exit area down there. But yeah, that'll be in the next video. Sorry for getting melancholy here. I guess that just kind of happens. It wasn't planned, but hey, it is what it is. Alright, until next time, later.